Today I'm talking about this BlackSmith 3 cubic foot biometric drop safe. The company sent it to me so I could try it out and share my thoughts and experiences with you. So in today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into this safe so you can see all of its various features and understand how they work, so you can figure out if this safe is a good option for you. So let's get started. The first thing I noticed about this safe is how well it was packaged. It was very well protected from any damage during transit. And even though I've already used the safe already, I've tried to put it back together the way that it looked when I took it out of the box. And up here I've got the user manual that came on top of everything. And this is well written. It has lots of great information about the biometric features, how to set up and change passwords, all the things that you want to know. So hold on to this. This is really helpful. Now, when we take a look at the safe here, we have this bag sitting out here, and this has our emergency keys in there, or administrator key, whatever you want to think of. And we'll take them out, and you see we get 2 of these keys. And also in the corners, they put this felt in here to keep things from rattling around and potentially getting scratched or damaged, I imagine, in transit. And to open this up, I will take this cover off. And this came off already, but you just pull it and it comes right off. I'll put it back on later, but that is how you access the emergency key hole. And you just turn it, and then you can open this. Oops, let me get it turned again all the way, and I'll open it, and then we can see the contents of the safe. Let me move this felt out of the way, as well as this plastic piece here. And the first thing that you'll notice when we look inside the safe is that it comes with this fireproof bag, which is a really nice bonus to have with it. And then in here we have the mounting hardware, and I'll get you another picture of this, but I think you can probably see a couple of them anyway. There are 4 holes in the back of this safe. And wherever you install it, whether you put it on the floor, set it on a shelf, or build it into a wall, I've seen some people do that, you want to secure it to wherever that location is. And so, like I said, they've given us this hardware, so that's nice. And then inside here, we also have this emergency power source, and I'll show you how to use this and why this is important in a couple of minutes. And then inside the safe, we see there's this felt bottom, which if you put something in there and you don't want it to get all scratched up, it's nice to have that. So again, another nice touch that they included that. Now, let me take this bag off of here as well. Like I said, all that was in this was the administrator or emergency key. And let's shut the safe, and then we'll take the key out. Now, I'll put the plastic piece back on, and there's little notches here, places where you insert them. It's very easy and straightforward. And give it a little push, and it's in place. So that's all there is to it. Now, when we look at the safe, I want to point out something that's not the way that you're going to find it when you use it and take it out of the box. And that is right here. You can tell it's elevated off the counter a little bit. And what I've done is, I think you can see in the video, is I put a towel underneath it. I didn't want to risk scratching my countertop here. So I just want you to know that when you use it, it will sit flush on whatever surface you're putting it on. You're not going to have a gap like I do here. One of the great things about this safe's design, in addition to it being made out of strong steel, is the fact that it has this drop feature, which is really great if you're a business owner. It allows employees to put money or receipts or whatever else you need to in the safe at the end of the day, and then shut this, and it will fall into the safe below, keeping everything nice and secure without having to go through the headache of giving all sorts of employees access to open the safe. And in case you're wondering, it does have an anti-phishing design as well with this drop. So in other words, if you tried to get some sort of a hook, maybe a clothes hanger or something else to fish out whatever it is that was put inside the safe, it keeps you from doing that. So again, if you're a business owner, this is a really nice feature. Now, there might be other uses other than for business owners as well, but if you're a business owner, this is really something you want to think about having in any safe that you purchase. It really makes things nice and simple. Now let's talk about the 3 different ways that we can open this safe. The first way we've already covered, and that is to use these emergency or administrator keys. Remember, they give us 2 of these, so that's really nice. The next way is to use the biometric feature. In other words, the fingerprint reader. And I already have my fingerprint set up for this safe, so let me show you just how quick and easy it is to open it using your fingerprint. And I'll just put my finger right here. And you could tell it's almost instantaneous. There's no waiting around. Now, the next way we can open the safe is using the password feature. And all we need to do is tap on this screen and you will see the numbers illuminate and we can type in our password. And it comes set to a default password, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we enter the pound symbol. And so you want to be sure you change that when you start using it so it's not easy for other people to get into it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pound. There we go. We opened it that way too. Now, all of the information you need to set up the password and to set up the fingerprints are included in this user manual. And I should also point out that you can have the memory hold up to 30 fingerprints. So if you want to give a lot of people access to the biometric way of opening this, you certainly can. 30 is a pretty big number. Now, one other thing I want to show you when we open the safe is, and I don't know if you can tell, but there is a light. You can see it in the back corner here, I think, that illuminates the inside of the safe when you open the door, which is a really nice feature. I honestly wasn't expecting to see that. Now, let me also point out that right here is a cover that we can remove that shows us where we can put the batteries that power the safe. And it runs on 4 AA batteries. And again, you just slide them right in there. There's nothing special about it. But let's say that something happens and those batteries die. We don't replace them on time or whatever. And how do we get into the safe, especially if we don't have these keys handy? Well, let's take a look and I'll show you exactly how that works. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll take out these batteries so that there's no power inside the safe. And that works. In any case, now we have no power going to this safe. So we'll shut it and I will show you how to get in. We can try it out. You can see there's no power. So if we don't have these emergency keys, what are we going to do? This is when the backup power supply comes into play, or emergency power supply, whatever you want to call it. It also holds 4 AA batteries. I got them inserted. Let's put the cover on and I'll show you just how we can use this to help us open up the safe. All right, so I've got the cover on, and underneath here, there is a little place where we can plug this in. So now that we have it attached, everything has power again, so we can use either the password or the fingerprint reader to open the safe. So let's try the password. Got to tap it a couple times to get it to turn on. Easy as that, just like before. And then now we can wait for this to shut okay, and we can use our fingerprint reader again. So again, just like before. And as you can see, there are no batteries in here. We were doing it all off of this emergency power supply. So that's super handy to have. I'm really happy that they included that. Another great feature about this safe is the alarm feature. And let's say that someone is trying to open your safe and their fingerprint isn't registered with the fingerprint reader and they keep trying different passwords and it's not opening. After so many attempts, it will set off an alarm, and that would be either for the password or for the fingerprint reader. So let me show you just how that would work. Now I'll use this finger because I haven't entered it into the fingerprint reader, and let's just see how it works. See, no good. 2, 3, I think it's 5 is when the alarm goes off. 4. Here we go. And then I can use my fingerprint, or I can use the password, or even the administrator key to open it up, and that will disarm the alarm. Another thing I want to point out with this safe is the amount of room that you have to store things. So let's first open it up, and it might seem like you can fill it all the way up, but you really can't, because remember, we have this drop feature, and that takes up some room when this closes and goes down. And so let me take a look with this tape measure to see approximately how high we can store things in here. So let's take a look. So here I am measuring from the bottommost portion of the drop to the bottom of the safe, and it is a little bit more than 10 inches is what I'm measuring. That's quite a bit of space, but just remember, they also have larger and smaller size safes as well. As you can see, this is certainly a full-featured safe. So if you're looking for something that has both a biometric fingerprint reader as well as a drop option, this is a great safe to consider. I hope this video was helpful. If you would like to buy this product, or you would like to learn more, a link is in the description. Thanks for watching.